Sometimes I feel like my mind is full of like tips and tricks or tidbits, if you will. So we do the Tuesday tidbit, little helpful pieces of information. It's, what do you say? It's like scrolling TikTok without TikTok.
Yeah, you don't have to get sucked into the algorithm, but you get all the helpful hacks.
So how to combat road rage a little bit. Are you curious about getting better at road rage?
Yes, I am.
How are you with your turn signal? That is step one. Be a religious user of your turn signal.
The other people not using their turn signal is something that causes me to have severe road rage. I don't see how me continuing to use my turn signal as you're supposed to is going to help me find it less irritating that other people aren't using their turn signal.
Yeah, I'm not positive on that one, to be honest, like how that would work. But it is like a traffic law that if you are always doing it without fail, most likely you're going to be paying attention to other things around you to maybe make yourself a better driver, to maybe not have other people doing idiotic things behind the wheel to get mad at. I don't know.
That has not stopped me from having road rage. In fact, the only thing I feel like me religiously using my signal has caused is anytime I see someone not, I go, nice signal.
Nice signal. Yeah, that's true. What about in the morning whenever you're driving in? Are you still a religious?
Yeah, of course.
Turn. Yeah, me too. Because I feel like if it's like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, nobody else is on the road, I don't need the signal this right, then I'm going to start forgetting about it whenever I do need the signal.
There's no reason not to use your signal every time you're changing lanes, making a turn, anything like that.
Next tip to get rid of road rage in your life, anticipate annoyances as an inevitable part of driving. Just every time you get behind the wheel, say somebody's going to tick me off in these next 20 minutes.
Dang it. I don't like that advice because then I'm already worked up. How do I unwork myself up?
I don't know. You could also play peaceful music. Do you ever do that?
No, I usually I like not necessarily music that's going to amp me up. I have done that in the past. I've gotten away from that, like particularly Ludacris's Move B. I realize that's not really a great one for me to listen to in traffic. It just makes the road rage worse. But I want to listen to fun stuff like Sabrina Carpenter or Chapel Roan. I don't know that that's it's definitely not peaceful.
Here's one, and I think this could be the most helpful thing. If you make a mistake whenever you're driving, do you give a little I'm sorry wave?
Yes.
Or mouth I'm sorry? I feel like the wave after you make a mistake driving is the most powerful form of communication in human history, because I can go from 99 out of 100 upset with somebody for cutting me off, and if they just give me a little wave like, ooh, my bad, I'm like, that's a good person. I want to be friends with them.
I feel like all these tips are more to help you not cause someone else road rage, but they're not necessarily things that are going to stop me from having road rage.
I see. The expert in psychology from George Mason University who put this together said you really do not want to make eye contact or exchange words with the other driver.
I totally agree with that. It was the most wild thing. Whenever I lived in Florida, there was a certain section of road that every single time I drove by it, I witnessed somebody get out of their vehicle at a red light to go harass somebody who had cut them off or what, every single time. And I was like, don't do that. Don't do that.
I would never do that in a million years, unless it's an old lady. Then, a few
Don't
years
do that.
A few years ago, I got really into it with an old lady, but I won't do it anymore.
Yeah, that's
like I said,
really bad.
I'm proud of cutting down my road rage incidents. Just did a Tuesday tidbit, those helpful tips and tricks and life hacks and everything. This one all about how to curb road rage a little bit. What was there a most helpful hint in that for you, Allison?
For me, it was all just good reminders of how not to cause road rage incidents in somebody else that could escalate into a situation you don't want, like they're getting out of their vehicle, they might start harassing you. So I just felt like, using your turn signal, that's a good one.
Kayla texted us and said, I've been trying to stop rushing everywhere and not let everything get to me on the road too. I think we all have to work on that.
Kayla, there is science that completely supports that slowing down to the point where you're even thinking about slowing down your breathing is supposed to really ease anxiety. Anxiety is caused by you're just doing things too rapidly. You need to slow down. So I could see how that would also help with road rage. Listen, I just need to take a step back, literally slow down. Don't go so fast.
Yeah.
And breathe a little slower. And then maybe the person who cuts you off, it won't make you that mad.
Absolutely. The only problem with that is I find driving to be one of the most stressful. It's a dangerous thing to do. Like your stress level is high. So then if somebody is not treating it with the amount of respect, talking about driving, the amount of respect that you do, it's very frustrating to me. Jerry's here, 601-995-1017. One of the tips was use your blinker every single time. What'd that make you feel, Jerry?
It's a great idea to use your blinker, but every time I use my blinker, the person that's back from the spot I want to get in speeds up.
Oh, see, that is something that can induce road rage because it's like I'm using my blinker. I'm trying to show you that I want to get in. I try to be really good at that, like letting people in and stuff.
Oh, I'm not good at that. I don't like letting people in.
Why not?
Because it irritates me.
I leave a space for a car in between me and the car in front of me just in case they brake hard. And I got a lot of stuff in the back of my work truck, so I might not be able to stop as fast because I'm thick.
You know what is something that can absolutely throw me into a fit of rage? If I do something polite or nice for another driver and they don't give me an I'm thank you wave, flips me out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's like somebody forcing the spot on you where they keep coming over into your lane and you either have to stop or get in a crowd.
Oh, so frustrating, Jerry. Oh, all right.
Yeah, let's calm down from that. That got my blood boiling.